Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to talk to you about the astrology that's happening in the sky. Yesterday we had Chiron, the wounded healer, stationed to go retrograde. Chiron is inner wounds that stem from some circumstances that happened in an early childhood. It is a subconscious wound that we carry through our entire life. It's usually healed in and around the age of 50 when we have our Chiron return. But we will go through experiences that are very subconscious that will trigger this pain point in order to bring the pain and the wound into our awareness so that we can work towards healing of this wound. So Chiron is going to retrograde back to the 22 degree point of Aries. This wound deals with self, as Aries represents ourselves. So think back to March of this year, the end of March of this year. Chiron would have been at 22 degrees of Aries, and we were right in the midst of eclipse season. We were also right in the midst of a Venus retrograde and a Mars retrograde. So what does that mean? That means that we were reevaluating the actions that we want to take to move forward, and we were reevaluating our value system. And, circumstances were kind of, coming up that needed us to reshape and rethink the direction in which we were heading. Now, today, in and around, I believe it's 8 p.m. tonight, we're going to have a Mercury Cazimi. Now, what does that mean? Mercury is going to come into the heart of the sun, bringing us some kind of gift, an awareness, a sudden insights, downloads. The best way to see this manifesting to come in is to sit in a quiet place in some kind of reflection to allow the intuition to, guide us to the next direction. There's no coincidence that Mars is sitting on the south node, which is in Virgo, okay? And Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is going to come into this Cazimi. So we've got our mind is on the past, where we've went wrong, the mistakes that we need to correct and the direction that we need to move into. Now, at the time of Chiron being at 22 degrees back in March, we also had Venus and Neptune at the 29 degree mark of Pisces, along with the North Node and Saturn. So it is the direction that we're reevaluating of our highest spiritual center, how we want to be seen, and the direction that we're moving into, especially with regards to relationships and the values that we hold dear to us. We are going to be moving into eclipse season come September. We're going to be reevaluating as all these planets are now retrograde. They're going to be restepping all these degree points. And as of next week, I believe it's August 15th or August 12th, Venus, the Great Benefic, and Jupiter, the Great Benefic, are going to come to conjunction, which is going to offer us growth, wisdom, expansion, and opportunity to, do things in a powerful, growth-oriented way when it comes to our love lives. It's offering very supportive aspects for us to, move in the direction to correct mistakes. And as we move into the end of the year, all of these planets, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, Pluto, we're all going retrograde, and we're reevaluating basically everything that we have, realized that where we're going wrong. So the planets have ingressed into new signs, right? And we've only seen like a brief window of this new energy, as Uranus has ingressed into Gemini, Neptune has ingressed into Aries, Saturn has ingressed into Aries, and Pluto has ingressed into Capricorn. These are new energies, and we're just getting a last dip of the old energy that we have been living through for the past, 265 years, 165 years, 84 years, 30 years. We're getting like one more swoop of like correcting this energy, because change is here, guys. We have to do the work in order to push ourselves into this new energy, or the universe is going to make us feel very uncomfortable as we are being pushed, birthed, and we're like, actually, it's kind of like a birthing canal, like when a newborn comes out, there's a little bit of a process that the baby has to go through in order to be reborn. So this is kind of the energy that we're moving into, and I hope that you sit in an area where you can kind of like be reflective, so that Mercury can gift you with that sudden insight and intuition as to what direction and what actions that you need to take to move forward. Anyways, until next time, guys.